So this piece is around diagnostics. I think it's a question first that we have to ask about like specifics. So back to that conversation of the basic needs, the safety, the belonging, the trust. If some students come across as not caring about something, what is it that they're actually asking for here? And so I guess first off, you've got them for a quarter of the day, and to remember that piece, like you don't necessarily have access to every part of their life that is going to sort of have something to do with what they're able to show you in the class. Triangulation is probably the single biggest tool I use for this. If I get the sense that somebody just does not value output and putting forward work and getting feedback back, but I know they can do it, or I suspect they can do it, or I've had those conversations with them, that's authentic professionally. So math it comes up here a lot, where, again, one of the new pushes that I'm trying are these thinking classrooms where we go into small groups and share our ideas or our perspectives on a certain issue. And you can tell from listening to people a few different times in a few different groups who get it and who don't. And I have one person in my class right now who has not put pencil to paper for me. Won't do it. There's some other extenuating circumstances. We are happy to have them in the class and they have their own plan. But I've seen this person perform in other ways, literally pointing at things on a whiteboard or a glass door without a whiteboard marker, being able to put things together, talking it out with peers. It engages this person. This person doesn't feel like they're checking a box for anything, because this person, for right now, that's not a priority for them. They don't need to do assignments to do well for themselves. They just like the math in that moment. And so I can then kind of get into that conversation with them around, well, explain your thinking a little bit more here. Why do you say that? And they can explain to me, and I can see kind of the depth of their understanding of a concept, even though they don't want to turn any physical traditional copy of their work in. They might appear checked out in a class, but again, for me with this person, it's more important that they are there. We'll work toward the other pieces the more we have them. So that triangulation of assessment really diagnoses the issue. If you have those conversations, if you maybe ask for different, quicker samples when they don't feel like it's that work, that traditional piece, they're a little bit more able to show what they know, and they don't even know they're doing it. And I think if they're having a difficult time showing what they know in any other way, in a game situation or in a more casual conversation, at some point you then know that this is then an issue of understanding and of ability, rather than just, I don't want to do it, which is fairly common, at least in the middle years rooms that I work in. So yeah, we have to know how to diagnose those items around, is this an ability, or like, are they performing to that ability, or are they just kind of checked out on this one part?